Well, welcome to the final part of Sonic Advance, where now we're in Cosmic Angel Zone. And this is, for some reason, we have a sweet rave party going on.
Oh, it's just the final one, yeah?
It's the final proper level, yeah.
Oh, we're going to see Mario on that drive-by in a minute. On the walls.
Oh, Electro Drive.
Yeah.
It didn't really take me too long to actually get down this boss's pattern.
It's quite a basic boss, but it's
isn't
fun
it?
enough, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. This level, it ain't too bad, but it's still got that stopping and starting.
Yeah. It has some awkward parts, but for the most part, it's a lot better than last
It's
ones,
the better one out of the Dimps sort of esque
Yeah.
ones, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, the thing with Dimps is that they're known for all this kind of, stop me starty, bottomless pits everywhere, that kind of gameplay, but it seemed like they were late to development this time, didn't it? It's like they had a good dev working on the first half, and then it's like Dimps turns up, oh sorry guys, I'm late.
I just thought back to the Metal Knuckles fight that you did, and I suddenly thought about how Metal Sonic's in Boom.
Yeah, and he looks exactly the fucking same.
Yeah, and Shadow.
Yeah. Well, Shadow's got like one little quill that sticks out differently.
And I think just like the bits around his gloves are slightly modified, but who cares? He looks pretty much exactly the same.
Also,
What is Shadow doing there?
I don't
Christ
know.
no. Well, also, I know I brought this up a little bit in Lost World, but I hope they take it as an opportunity to kind of reboot his character, because all Shadow's character needs is a slightly dark, artificially created hedgehog.
That would be good.
You know what I would have preferred for this? If it was actually a prequel and a sort of reboot.
What, Boom?
Yeah, but because I think because of the character designs, it makes it a bit awkward for that, because it's from a different universe. But if it wasn't, I would have actually preferred a prequel, like, we meet Styx and that, but you'd have to explain why she's not around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Would you find it interesting if it was like Lyric, the enemy in Boom, ended up creating Metal Sonic in it?
No. Metal Sonic is obviously an Eggman style creation, and you can tell from the whole robotics and that.
Yeah, Lyric's basically the furry version of Eggman, isn't he?
Who's created a huge robot army.
Well, similar to Eggman.
See, isn't he claiming that he wants a supremacy for robots or something when he himself is half and half?
He's a cyborg.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Lyric.
Yeah.
Because he's got that robot torso. But then the rest of him's a snake.
You know what I've wondered? And I know this is random, but just bear with me. You know why he's called Eggman, right?
Yes.
Was his mum a chicken?
I don't know, but
Who knows?
But either way, she picked an excellent name.
And again, the trailer for the Yoshi DLC definitely does suggest that on Lost World.
Yeah, but I think we know his name is Robotnik. Whether his name is canonically Ivo Robotnik or not, I don't know.
I prefer Robotnik.
It's like in Generations when he's talking to his past self, just like, I'm no longer Robotnik, I'm now Eggman.
Yeah, nobody calls me that anymore. Eggman was probably the best handled character, I think, in terms of discovering his classic self, because Mike Pollock's delivery of some of them lines were just glorious.
With classic Sonic, it's like he's just there.
Yeah, I get the impression that a lot was cut from Generations. A lot was either just taken out altogether because they couldn't wrap a story around it, or they just didn't get enough time or whatever. Because I think Classic Tales just sort of appears out of nowhere, doesn't he? So
he was just there.
Yeah, it kind of feels like they should have had better explanation for that.
Oh, this is the proper
Boss rush.
Yeah, and you do first type boss, don't you? Like very first boss.
No, we've never seen this original
Where's
boss
Miley
design.
Cyrus?
Oh, no, from that Thomas hack. Oh, that was beautiful. Basically, there's a fan hack from the Sonic Hacking Contest 2014, and someone just
put Miley Cyrus with a Thomas the Tank Engine face or something.
Yeah.
Why did it bring back the first Eggman fight?
I don't know, but here's the first one from Sonic 2.
Yeah. And then it don't go in Sonic 3. It's the final boss.
Yeah. Well, it's not final. There's this kind of sort of secret one afterwards, but not really.
It's playing to people's nostalgia.
Dimps did it before James ever did. But it's kind of sad the fact that games since then, say Lost World, pander more to nostalgia than Gens did. Here's another boss. This boss here can be really kind of fiddly at times because it's his timing. What he does is that thing that's spinning there. That to me, sometimes it takes a little bit longer than I expect it to.
Yeah, sometimes it does. I don't think it does. Yeah, he does a shooting thing. It's a bit annoying.
Yeah, he's got a laser attack. It's the hand that normally gets me like that. And yeah, that was just.
Yeah, what I usually do is time it as soon as it goes down and sort of hit.
What I usually do is safe state like a bitch, but
the hand isn't too bad because if you let it stretch, it sort of tracks back in and then you can do that.
If you jump at the right time, he shoots the hand above you, and so there's no problem.
Yeah. The laser I did have a few. Like I did die a few times on it, but I just basically got it down.
Yeah.
I'm still curious as to where Eggman gets the funding for his armies.
He could be getting it from anywhere, basically. Yeah.
Dr. Wily.
Disney.
Disney's Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
It's like, don't worry, I'll bring him over to our side.
Does that mean Amy's a Disney princess?
Possibly.
Yeah, you know what I've got a problem with? Smash stealing Marvel characters. She-Hulk. What's she doing in Smash?
Shulk.
Oh,
She-Hulk.
Yeah, well,
anyway,
Shulk Smash.
yeah. Sorry to bring back here, but like what we would have seen there if I was playing the game normally rather than doing it from a complete save file is there's like a little transitional cutscene
Oh,
of
that's sort
Sonic
of like
turning
Sonic 3
Super.
and Knuckles, isn't it? When you the final
Except
one.
not fun. This boss is like one of the weakest Supersonic fights, I think, just because it's slow moving, you get pushed back for things that aren't really your fault. It's just kind of a chore to play through, which goes against the idea of an epic final boss or final confrontation or something, which is a shame, really. But what you gotta do is like boost forward to hit him on the head, but it's just waiting for things to stop getting thrown at you because like they're just irritants, you know.
I don't think 2013 was a good year for games in general. There weren't really many noticeable games that came out, except from like Pokemon and a few others.
It's Pokemon that made it, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, 3D Pokemon.
I mean, there's a lot of good games coming out here, but it's towards the end of the year. I mean, sort of this period, there's nothing out since like June, September, or October period.
No,
There's nothing.
That's the kind of thing though, isn't it? Like summer isn't really a big sales time for games.
Yeah, it's
so...
more springtime and later in the year, isn't it?
It's normally like when you get to November, that's when you normally get the big hitters because that's like they.
You don't get really too much in winter, do you? You do get the occasional gem, but it's more summer is the most quietest.
Yeah, like the thing with like winter releases is they're the ones that grab the Christmas sales, aren't they? So that's kind of why everything gets put there. But that was a boss that was uninteresting as all hell. Ending cutscene.
Is it Tailo?
It's got the same colour scheme, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's like if Tailo was a flicky.
Yeah. A few days later. New Sonic game is made.
Sonic Step.
We quickly threw together a port of Sonic 1 for the Game Boy Advance.
I'm just waiting for Sonic to just crash through the tornado.
No, there's no way they spent a few days on Sonic Genesis. That's a 5-minute job. Final thoughts on Sonic Advancing, Joey?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I liked it. There's not really too much to say, like I've already said, so yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, Steve, from your impressions? Yeah, that'll do. To me,
that'll do.
Me, overall, I think it's one of them games that overall I will say it's a fun game. Like, although obviously I don't like the later levels for the most part. They're not enough to ruin the game, but they're kind of sour it a bit. You know, it's like it's not perfect, but it's also not awful. It's a fun enough game.
Where's the credits?
They'll come up very, very slowly.
Oh,
As such.
I just thought it was like a whole black screen just for it. I was like, what?
Yeah. No one made this game. It just appeared one day.
Yeah, it just appeared at someone's faults.
Yeah.
It fell from the sky.
Yeah.
I'd be actually interested, like, what sort of Sonic game would you make if you had the chance to make it, Stephen?
just take what Generations did.
Yeah, I'd probably agree there. Like, take the boost level gameplay from Generations, the stuff that's kind of the Generation style, where it's not too boost to win, but it's also not colours level slow, and just make new levels for that. That's all a Sonic game really needs these days.
To be honest, I would have it. Say if a game come out and it was really good, a Sonic game, I want it to have that formula, but stick to not say. Be like Mario in terms of similar gameplay, like as in Lost World was, but copy the formula is as like with Mario, it does pretty much the same thing each game, but that's what makes it work.
Well, the thing I find with Mario is that Mario's got the complete opposite of the spectrum with like originality in that a Mario game, they've got the formula that works, and I'll praise them for like maintaining that. But what
it's
they
the
do
same
is,
sort of thing.
But they keep things that don't need to be kept the same. Like, say, for example, you've always opening with a grassland, you've got your desert world second, and that kind of that's what makes it feel the same. It's not the fact that it's got a similar gameplay style, because actually, if you buy a Mario game, that's the gameplay style you want.
Yeah.
But it's like they need to make new areas, new thematics, and that. Just so that you've got the gameplay you like.
Spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, you've got the gameplay you like, but it feels new.
Yeah.
As opposed to.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it must be doing something right, because it's the world's best-selling franchise, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like
by
sell
Pokemon. And then I think it's like Legend of Zelda either third or fourth.
It's a Zelda. I know Zelda's like a big hit. I don't know.
No, it's quite high. I think it's even higher than Sonic, to be honest.
Well, Sonic, like Sega, don't do themselves any favours in terms of sales.
Yeah, but it's done pretty well. I mean, I think it's in the top 10, say 10 or 11.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure where like some Mega Man would go, because that's one of them games that sold shitloads when it was first out. Then, because Capcom forgot about it, I think
that's fairly popular, but it's
I think 9 and 10 kind of sold modestly, like because they were download titles, so they don't get the same attention as ones in a shop.
Yeah, because the publicity sort of thing. Yeah.
But yeah, Sonic does way better over here than it does in Japan.
I thought
miles better.
Well, that's the same thing with Metroid, that it did a lot more better than it did in Japan.
Yeah, I think it's them kinds of games. We tend to see them as like gaming classics, whereas I think in Japan they're a lot more open-minded with games and try actually different things. There's a bigger variety of games, I think.
I think they're mad on RPGs over there, though, aren't they?
Yeah, RPGs do really well in Japan. But
yeah.
Like over here, like we've got people who are obviously very dedicated to things like Final Fantasy and that, but they're not kind of as mainstream as they could be like in Japan. But yeah, we're rambling now.
I think Mario is just the thing that just unites all nations. Like, I'm a good franchise.
I would just like if, say for example, if that New World Order thing ever come out and like there's some kind of international anthem of everyone singing da 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 da.